Yes.
This question is from Setu Srivastav from India. You have mentioned many times that realizing the self is not a mystical experience, and that by the practice of Drisha Viveka, Panchakosha Viveka, or Avashta-traya, we can intellectually understand and realize the self. But I am unable to understand how, since whatever we think and reflect on is in the mind, and Atma is said to witness the mind itself. Could you please answer this question, as many of us in the world cannot attain mystical experiences like Nirvikalpa Samadhi?
All right. I see multiple questions there. First of all, you have said realization is not a mystical experience. I've never said that. There are multiple genuine mystical experiences in spiritual life. Sri Ramakrishna's life is full of that. I have a book in my personal library which is called Jesus and Sri Ramakrishna, Super Mystics. So there have been great mystics in history of spirituality, and those are genuine mystical experiences of the divine, and they, at least to my way of thinking and Sri Ramakrishna's way of thinking, they count as realization. However, what I'm saying is, in this specific approach that I speak about, the classical Advaita Vedanta perspective, you don't have to rely on a particular mystical experience. It's an investigation based on reasoning and experience, and that is drawn on the basis of the Upanishads, which is based on what is called Shruti Yukti Anubhuti, grounded on the scriptural texts, based on reasoning and matching with our experience. You come to the realization that I am Brahman. It is not entirely intellectual. You can't argue your way to enlightenment. What happens is this, in the path of knowledge, when we reason it out and we understand what is meant by Atman or Brahman, we understand by looking at the moonlight what is meant by that sunlight. Can you understand the sunlight by pointing to the moon and showing that's sunlight? You understand the whole thing, how it's happening. Once you know that, how do you realize you're the sun? How do you realize you're the Atman? Because you are the Atman. If it was something else you're talking about, then it would be an intellectual understanding. But because it's you are talking about, it's I'm talking about myself. The Upanishad is telling me about myself. The Vedantic teachings are telling me about myself. In that case, the intellectual understanding of this Atman or Brahman will deepen into self-realization. Because this self is continuously available to us. It's just we are not seeing it. What will happen by this intellectual understanding is it dispels the ignorance about ourselves. The mists of ignorance are dispelled because I am present to myself all the time. Just that what I am was not clear earlier. It becomes clear. So do you have to believe it that you are Atman or Brahman? Again, no. Many people understand or misunderstand Vedanta that way, that we are being asked to believe that this evident self, which you cannot dismiss, this is limitless consciousness, I have to just take it on faith. Not at all. You have to see for yourself. You have to see for yourself. So the story of the 10 people who crossed the river, I've told it ad nauseum, so how many of you know the story, the 10 people who crossed the river? So many people know the story. Others, you can look it up. So finally, when somebody said, you are the 10th, that guy was making a mistake, counting the others, not counting himself. There are only 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the wise man said, 10, you are the 10th. Now when I am told I am the 10th, do I say, yeah, I intellectually understand I am the 10th, but how am I to find the 10th in reality? That means you have not understood. I see those in reality, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you are telling me I am the 10th, so okay, I'll believe you. No, you haven't got it. So it has to be like that. Because I am the 10th is continuously available to me. I am available to myself. It's only that I am the 10th that was not very clear to me. That becomes clear to me. You are there. Who can deny it? I am there. I am here. But I am this limitless existence consciousness place. That I am not clear about. And Vedanta shows me, not believe. So this is Yes, the intellect is heavily implicated, involved there, but it's beyond. As the person said, all these are still in the mind. True, they are in the mind, but they are pointing to something which is continuously available to you because you are it. So the realization in the mind points back to you. When you realize you are that, you're that. Otherwise, a person, when you're told that you are the 10th, and if I say, that's just in the mind, but how am I the 10th in reality? How am I to know that in reality I'm the 10th? No. Ignorance is in the mind, knowledge will rise in the mind and dispel the ignorance. One rule of knowledge and ignorance is, where the ignorance is, there the knowledge must rise. The ignorance is in the disciple, knowledge is in the guru. Won't work. Then the ignorance has to arise in the disciple, then only the ignorance in the mind of the knowledge has to arise in the disciple, then only the ignorance in the mind of the disciple will be dispelled. Right? So yes. One last part of that question was? The last sentence? Oh, so for ordinary people we cannot attain to mystical... No, why can you not? They are difficult. The path of knowledge and the path of mystical experience, both are available, both are difficult, both require spiritual practice. It's not a question of us, ordinary people. Nirvikalpa Samadhi is not easy for anybody to attain. So the path of mystical experience and Samadhis are available for everybody. And in fact, they are highly recommended. Sri Ramakrishna says, no matter how much you do this reasoning, Vedanta, unless one attains to Samadhi, he says in Bengali, theek hoy na. How do you put it? It's not rightly done, it's not completely done yet. Unless you have this complete shutting down of the world experience and the body-mind experience, and that alone. Then you bring it back into this world of appearances. You experience the primordial ground, as you yourself, not as an object. And then when you are back into this world of dream displays, you still know that this is the primordial ground, though it appears like this. You know it. No, don't believe it. You know it.